Anyways, the American Cloud Watching Fund, also $1 million annually. What do they do with that? I don't know. The only place I can see that being useful if that is to help like actually do research on it for I don't know, to help weathermen or something, but
Shouldn't we
mm,
just have private companies doing that,
yeah,
though? Do we really
they
need the government involved in that?
exactly, especially spending $1 million of taxpayer money every year.
If the government keeps getting involved in every area of our lives, they're going to have more and more control. And the more control they have, the more power they have, and that's generally a bad thing for all of the people in the world. The
How
one thing I was saying earlier about the UN and why we should get out of it, and like there's a list of reasons, but the one I was thinking about earlier is that the US wants to, disarm American citizens so we can't fight back. And then also will probably or eventually wants to, as far as I can tell, disarm all nations. So not even the nations have any type of army. It alone will have the only military, which just seems dangerous to put all the power in charge of one person or one group. There's a
isn't
reason
that
we have such separation of powers in the US government, or at least we should.
isn't that the whole reason why we have the Second Amendment and
Hmm.
really the Bill of Rights in general? It was supposed to separate so that the federal
Well,
government had a list of things that they could do, and everything else was given, all the other, freedoms of the power was given to the people and the states.
the the Bill of Rights was more keep Americans have their rights, and the Constitution was supposed to separate power. So we have three branches of government, not one big government. And they're supposed to have checks and balances. If one is doing things that are unconstitutional, the other two should be able to easily stop it. And yet, that's not how it seems to be working today. But I think you had talked about some things about kickbacks and whatever with the military. And so we can continue talking about that right after this break.
I don't know why they were giving kickbacks. Probably because we sent a bunch of aid to them.
We sent a bunch of
Why
money
were
and military
why
power.
were we? I guess I'm answering my own question, but if it weren't for these kickbacks, why would we have sent so many bombs and aid and troops over to Ukraine? Ukraine
Well,
isn't part of NATO.
the official reason, Ethan, and this, like those kickbacks were probably most of the real reason, but the official reason, like the reason we said we were doing it, was to slow down or stop Russia. Like the idea was that he was going to invade the world Hitler style. Everyone's Hitler now, Ethan. But
Seriously,
he's just
what
gonna
is with
march
that?
his way across Europe. And so we have to stop him in Ukraine so he doesn't do that. Even though like he showed no signs of wanting to do that, and nobody in his group said he wanted to do that. And as far as I could tell, there wouldn't be a real reason for him to do that. So we just decided we're going to do that and piss off another major nuclear power, probably one of the next most powerful militaries in the world, and their friends, which are some of the other most powerful militaries in the world.
I was gonna say,
Russia, China, North Korea.
aren't Russia and China like the number two and number three biggest militaries behind US being the number one?
I want to say yes, but I don't know that
They're
100%.
up there. They've got
Yeah,
to
they're
be up
certainly
there.
up there. I'm
So
just not going to say it with confidence unless I double check it. But yeah, they have major militaries that I don't want to fight. Frankly, I don't want to fight any militaries. We don't need any more wars in the world, but we especially don't need one that's going to kill a massive amount of people, especially from my generation near my age. Just saying.